Hello everyone and welcome to the Fantasy Premier League show for Gameweek 4. You with MOHAMMED here on gunning to Old Trafford in the Anfield Way. So guys, let's get into it. Gameweek 3, 57 points. Used 2 transfers last week, which you guys would have seen. Doing better than the average, which was great. And let's see where that puts me in the gunning to Old Trafford League. 46th place, which is not bad. 173 points. Top person Salman, 216 points. Let's have a look at Salman's team. 61 points, not bad at all. Sterling with 19, Fernandez with 12, Haaland with 8, Matty Cash on the bench with 17 points. Jeez, that would have been a nice week. 78 points. Well done, Salman. Wahid Vardy with 77 points. Also not bad at all. Gusto with 14. Madison with 10. Bruno with 12. Watkins with 5. Good all-round points there. Leno with 5 as well. So league's doing extremely well. Up to 46. Green arrow, which is what I want to see. Let's look at how I scored. So for me, didn't go with Pickford, which was I think the better move. Turner got me 3 points. Udogie with 12, Estupinian with 1. I think Estupinian's going to be a little bit of an issue going forward for the next couple of weeks, as Brighton's fixtures are not that great. Chilwell pitching in with 6. Rashford with 7, Saka with 8. Mbeumo, first time he's had a bit of a bad week with 2 points. Mitoma with 1. We'll talk a little bit more about Mitoma a little bit later. Odegaard with 2, Haaland with 8, and Jackson with 7. Gabriel came off for me with Udogie, and that actually got me the additional 12 points there. So I would have been on 45, I think, or 47, somewhere around there. But game week 4, some good fixtures for the fans to watch. Not necessarily the greatest for FPL, especially if you have Man United and Arsenal assets. So this week is probably going to be one of those weeks where if it's a draw, you're not going to see much points. Let's get into it. Going with Pickford in goal just because they're playing Sheffield United, and I think they could better chance of him getting points over Turner against Chelsea. Keeping with Chilwell, keeping with Jackson. Transferred in Sterling, and I'll show you exactly why, right? If you look at Chelsea's fixtures, at least for the next 5 game weeks, they've got some decent fixtures. So Sterling seems to be someone that a lot of people are looking at, as well as Madison. I think Madison's a little bit too expensive. I'd rather go for Sterling coming in a little bit cheaper. And Chelsea against Nottingham Forest, you would expect them to win and hopefully expect them to score a couple of goals. United seem to struggle against Forest, and that might be a problem as well, but hopefully I think they should be okay. Estupinian, I'm sticking with him for this week purely because I didn't have another transfer. He'll probably come out next week. Udogie seems to be doing okay. Game against Burnley, so should see some points there. Odegaard, Rashford, Saka. That's a little bit of a worry for me. But depending on which way the game goes, if it's an Arsenal win, I should be okay. Odegaard and Saka. If it's a United win, I should be okay with Rashford if he scores. And if it's a draw, then we'll see what happens. I doubt we're going to see big points from these 3 this week. One of them will probably prove me wrong. Sticking with Haaland as captain, I'm toying with the idea of making Sterling captain, or even Mbeumo as captain. But some strange reason you just don't want to bet against Haaland. The week I choose to make someone else captain will probably be the week that he scores a lot of points. And let's talk a little bit about some transfers that you want to be looking at, right? So Spurs fixtures are okay for the next couple of game weeks. So if you're looking to bring in some Spurs assets, you've got 2 games, and then you've got 2 tough games against Arsenal, Liverpool. But after that, for 6 game weeks, you've got very good fixtures. So my thoughts would be to get some Spurs assets in if you want. I wouldn't look at Medicine, like I said, because he's a little bit too expensive, but someone like Udogi is good. Romero is good in defense as well. Nice price. Up front, I see some people, well, even in the midfield, I see some people going with Son. I don't think Son points to price average is that great. So I would stay away from Son for now, unless he starts really picking up his form. Chelsea, you'll see I have 3 assets here, and I think that should be the way for everyone else to go as well. And Liverpool assets are going to start coming in probably next week, and I'll show you why. Let's go to, let's see, let's do this. Let's go to Liverpool, and let's look at fixtures here. If you look at Liverpool's fixtures for the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 game weeks, they have some decent fixtures. So next week, if you have transfers, try and start bringing in some Liverpool assets. Probably looking at Diaz, Nunez, Jota. Salah might be one as well, but Salah's extremely expensive, so you'd probably have to downgrade your team in a lot of areas to bring Salah in. But if you can, and if you've got the funds, Salah would be the way to go. But Diaz, Nunez, Gakpo, Jota are assets that you could bring in by dropping one asset, one other player. So guys, it's not a lot happening this week. I think it's going to be a nice short video. And the team for this weekend for me: Pickford in goal, Chilwell in defense, Estupiñán, Udogi, Sterling, Mbeumo, Saka, Rashford, Odegaard in the midfield, Jackson and Haaland up front. Haaland is captain, still not using any boost. And guys, please don't use your boost. It's way too early in the season to use your boost. Look for a game week where, like December is a perfect example, where they play a lot of games back to back. You have a lot of double game weeks. That's when you probably want to use your wildcards, especially your triple captain. You want to use your triple captain in a game week where a team either has 2 games, or some cases maybe 3, but I doubt you're going to find 3. But say 2 games in a week. Bench boost as well. Use your bench boost in a double game week. That way whoever's on your bench scores you points for both games. And guys, that's it. I think it should be a decent one. I'm hoping to move up again in the league and just keep scoring above the average. And guys, we've had a couple of people reach out to us for tips on FPL. I'm going to give you my email address if you want to reach out, which is theenfieldwayza@gmail.com. theenfieldway@gmail.com. I'll put the little email address across the screen when the video goes live. Reach out, and if you don't want to do that, if you want to reach out via email, drop into the comments. Guys, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and until next week, hope all your arrows are green, and it's moment for each out. You're out. Catch you next week. Bye.